Hello, welcome back. This is a redo of this episode today, and I don't know why it took this full. Yeah, here I am, a little bigger here. Hello, are you a quiet person? Me, I'm a quiet person. If you listen to anything that I've been doing the last few years, though, you might not be able to tell that I'm a quiet person. Just be real here. I always like to keep it real, right? I'm a thinker. You may be a thinker. You you may have a stutter. There's a little stutter there for me. I do that from time to time, but most caused by the thinking. I'm a thinker, and also the other thing that causes what causes speech delay, speech pattern delay, and everything. And I've had this from a very early age that I still have today, and it's still apparent in my speaking, in my talking, and I'm still doing it despite all the speech delays. But I still come out. But maybe you're a listener, you're deep into listening to what the other side is trying to say. You're deep into listening, right? You're waiting for more of the story. Well, result of all these things that come from a speech delay, and I have a little arm brace in my redo of this episode and everything if you're watching on video. The results of speech delays is and this is my pet peeve, people speaking up for me. That's one. That's my pet peeve. Another thing, you could be forgotten about, you could be passed over, your voice not get heard. If you're a speech delay, you may miss your 10-second window in that speech delay. Get passed over. Voice not heard. Your ideas aren't getting out there because the delay, and then you're missing your chance. You're missing your shot. No ideas outward. People think you don't care. That's the last result that I can think of. I'm sure there's many more, but these are the few that I can think of, right? People think you don't care when and they just don't know maybe what you're going through, but it comes across to them as you don't care enough to speak up in time. Speech delay. Results. So, but I'm all about taking action, and this is what I do on some of these on this channel, this podcast episode, Toastmasters, whatever I do, I'm an action taker. First and foremost, the first thing you gotta do, can anyone take a guess? This is Brian. This is an easy guess. Easy guess. Can anyone take a guess? If you're watching, I don't have anyone watching live, but can anyone take a guess? Give you a few more seconds here. Guess if you're driving the car, or if you're. Let me take down this music bed, because last time, that's why I'm redoing this, by the way, because the music bed was too loud last time. Hopefully you can still hear me. Let me just do a quick check while you're still guessing, and I'll come back with you in just a moment here. Quick audio test. Yep, StreamYard is hearing me. And, alright, the first action step, talk more. Number one, talk more. Okay, now I'm going to get into, I have 15 of these steps, so bear with me. Come on. Let's get messy here a little bit. Let's get messy. I'm doing this with a brace and everything. And my camera's going blurry here, so bear with me if you're watching on video. Number two. So, number one is talk more. Number two, get topics ahead of time. If you want to end this, I actually have a little support screen. So think topics to talk about ahead of time. If you could get them all lined up in your head. All right? So, and these are in line here. I have 15, there's 13 on this site. Get topics ahead of time. Number three, act confident. Act like you're confident. If you act like you're confident, you probably will be confident. Be confident. Just be it. You're not gonna actually be confident unless you're gonna be confident. I don't know how else to make that make sense, right? The fourth step I have is open body language. Brace and all. I'm coming to you live with this. If you're watching me with this open gestures, they're going crazy, but they're open body language. Smile. Let people know you care. Smile. Let them in. Smiling lets people know that you can be approached. That you can let them know, hey, you're ready to dive in on the discussion. Smile. Wait for a pause. Step 6. My step 6. Wait for a pause. Wait for a pause. If you tell me more, listening is a good thing. Active listening. Wait till you get a break. Wait till you get a pause in whatever they're saying before you. Just starting to cut off my circulation here a little bit. It's working too well. Loosen up here. All right. So wait for a pause. Number 7. Brief, quick commentaries. Maybe if you have a positive thing to say, like "good job" or "you did a great job with this," whatever it is, spell it out too. If you know it, if you know what they did, spell it out. Let them know. Still, might just have to. Anyway, let them know that they're doing a good job, or just let them know that you're still there with them. Brief, quick commentaries. Number 8, raise your voice. Raise your volume. Make yourself be heard. Don't stand in your own way and just talk like this. You can't hear me. Or talking to the microphone. Don't talk out of the microphone like this. Talk into the microphone. Raise your voice. Voice inflection. Number 9, compliment others. I said that in the previous one, brief, quick commentaries, but again, it's enough. It's important enough to compliment others. People like to hear, "Hey, they're doing a good job." People like to hear compliment others. 10, ask questions, topics. That brings up more topics, more potential topics for future conversations. Ask questions. Also lets them know that you're interested. 11, something that you have in common. Find some commonalities, and then go through these here. Find some commonalities. Smile. Going back through, if you're watching, say something. Wait for a pause. Make brief commentaries. Raise your voice during conversations. Compliment. Ask questions. Expand on things you have in common. And I think that's where I left off. Expand on things you have in common. I like the example here in the picture here. You grew up in Florida too. I lived there for 10 years. That's what they're saying. Find some things you have in common. Number 12 I have is every 5 minutes set a goal. And set a goal to talk every 5 minutes. Set a goal to just chime in. If you ask a question, tell me more. What I'm hearing you say is a lot of good stuff to like keep the listening flowing going, but sometimes questions maybe in order, compliments, and maybe tell your story. Start telling your story every 5 minutes, and then alternate. Don't try to hog the conversation, but don't let them hog it as well. They, like take turns talking. So every 5 minutes. Number 13, my 13, this is number 12, accept the silence. Occasionally, there's going to be silence. Accept the silence. Sometimes it's good. Just sit there and just be. Accept the silence. It may be awkward, some awkward silence sometimes. Accept the silence. It's never good to have some dead air on TV or streams and whatever, but accept the silence. 14. Practice. Get in the mirror. Talk to yourself. Talk to your friends. Practice, and make sure what's coming out is what is actually you want to say in the moment. And the last thing is not on here. Just practice here. The last thing is not on here. There's some Q&A that other people from this. The last thing and my bonus, number 15, on how to talk more when you're quiet. Let me go full on this. Do a podcast. I'm doing this podcast right now, right? Do a podcast. Start out on Zoom. I'm using StreamYard. Record yourself. Record yourself with your phone, even. And upload it using. What's that one? I forget. I haven't used it really myself, but it's part of Spotify. It's .fm or something, but it's free podcast tool. Or record yourself, upload it on YouTube, or just record yourself. It doesn't be in public. Just record yourself so you can listen to it and practice. Record podcast. This way you have some audience to talk to. That's my steps on how you can be more talkative if you're a quiet person. Taken from me, a very quiet person. Look at me here today. Toastmasters, next level. What the things I've done, I'm not getting in my way anymore. Talk more, podcasts, take those 15 steps, go back over them, and hope you keep it real. And until my next video, I will be doing an unboxing of something, so stay tuned for that coming up. And my next, it'll be up in the podcast too. I will be doing an unboxing of an ATEM Mini that I just won in a raffle at a production expo that I just went to. Connections with Toastmasters. So stay tuned for that. That's coming in the next video. But I'm going to end it here. Keep it real, guys. Till the next one. See you later.